other videos. Let's play video number 1 again. It doesn't look like...
Back to the border for Bovino. By early 2026, one Border Patrol official had become a symbol of America's immigration crackdown, praised as tough leadership by supporters, and criticized as militarized enforcement by opponents. His name, Gregory Bovino. Born Gregory Kent Bovino on March 27, 1970, in San Bernardino County, California.
So, who the heck is Greg Bovino?
Gregory Kent Bovino was born March 27, 1970, is a longtime U.S. Border Patrol official who rose to national attention during the Trump administration's expanded immigration operations in major U.S. cities. Bovino joined the U.S. Border Patrol in 1996, beginning in El Paso, Texas, and later moved into leadership roles across multiple sectors, including senior posts in Yuma, New Orleans, and El Centro, California. Over time, he developed a reputation, praised by supporters and criticized by opponents, for aggressive, highly visible enforcement tactics, eventually becoming known for enforcement strategies that drew intense public attention.
Why he went national and became a national figure?
During Trump's second term, Bovino became one of the most public-facing enforcement leaders tied to large immigration operations, first in Los Angeles, June 2025, then in the Chicago region in an ICE-led campaign widely reported as Operation Midway Blitz, beginning September 2025. In Chicago, Bovino became entangled in escalating clashes between federal agents and protesters. Court proceedings and reporting described disputes over crowd control tactics, including allegations related to chemical agents, and a federal judge imposed restrictions and demanded compliance reporting in connection with those allegations.
Commander-at-Large and his political influence claims.
By late 2025, Bovino was being referred to publicly as a commander-at-large, a label that reporting describes as unusual and not a typical statutory rank. He got the big head. Coverage also linked him to broader reorganization efforts and internal reshuffling around immigration enforcement leadership.
The Minneapolis turning point.
Then came Minneapolis, and the killing of Alex Pretti on January 24, 2026. Multiple videos surfaced, and major outlets reported that footage appeared to contradict core claims made in the aftermath of the shooting. Within days, the administration began a leadership reshuffle. Reuters reported Tom Homan would oversee operations in Minneapolis as outrage grew, while reports also emerged that Bovino was being shifted out of the city. Officials, however, pushed back. DHS disputed that Bovino was ousted, framing changes as operational.
On January 27, 2026, major reporting indicated that the administration was reshuffling leadership in Minneapolis. "I am sending Tom Homan to Minnesota tonight," Despot Donnie wrote. "He has not been involved in that area, but knows and likes many of the people there. Tom is tough but fair and will report directly to me." At the same time, outlets reported conflicting accounts about Bovino's status. Reuters reported Bovino was removed from the commander-at-large role and expected to return to California. DHS White House denied he was ousted, framing changes as operational adjustments. The Guardian similarly reported Bovino was being reassigned after the shooting fallout. So the most accurate phrasing right now is, He was reported as reassigned, shifted out of Minneapolis amid controversy, while DHS disputes that it amounted to a demotion. Look, think, make a decision based on facts. So whether you see Gregory Bovino as a hardline enforcer or a dangerous escalation of federal power, his story sits right at the center of the immigration fight in America. Here's what makes this story hit. Bovino's background isn't politics first, it's enforcement first.
Because his grandparents were immigrants. Bovino is a third-generation immigrant to the United States born to an Italian-American family. His great-grandparents emigrated from Calabria to Pennsylvania in 1909, becoming naturalized citizens in 1927.
Bovino, first local police, then decades in Border Patrol. Then suddenly, he's a public symbol of how aggressive federal immigration operations have become. Now it's back to the border for Bovino. Subscribe for the deep dives and comment one word, necessary or too far.